Too kind, my friend, but I got a 20-year-old son.
Wow.
Yeah, and a 16, yeah. So anyway, and
Congratulations.
they better not go into stripping is all I have to say.
Well,
But if they do,
And if they do, I'll support them, whatever
they can
do.
call me and Matt.
yeah.
Well, I was going to say,
We'll teach them a body
Yeah.
roll,
Yeah.
the basic fundamentals.
that would be great.
Yeah.
You know what? I would allow them. Are we good? Are we going? I'm sorry. Like I say, woo, I'm still coming down from this film.
Wow.
I would think this is a movie that you guys just dove into fearlessly.
You really have to. I don't think there's no 99% on this one, especially when you show up first day and McConaughey's wearing a yellow spandex halter top with bike shorts. I think you go, you know what? I had it right. I had it right coming in at 100%, anticipating that.
That was the first thing Stephen really said to me was just, jump off the cliff and I'll catch you. And I think when somebody of that caliber says that to you, you trust them and you realize that you're going to have to go literally and figuratively whole hog.
Nice. I like
Thank
that. But, I mean, when your first conversation with an Oscar-winning director is spending a half an hour talking about penis pumps, make no mistake. That you guys
You had to find the right model
Yeah.
for Big Dick Ritchie. I mean,
Yeah.
he wouldn't have the baseline. I mean, he'd be in the niche market.
Yeah.
The niche
Lots
market.
of prep involved, I would think, for that
sure.
scene.
For that scene?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's low budget. We couldn't afford fluffers, apparently. So they were like, here you go, dude.
No body
What
doubles
is
in this
this?
film at all, I would think.
No, it was a lot of work. I mean, but it was such an interesting story to me and one that hadn't been really told, and the way that I thought it could be. And Stephen, once I knew Stephen was directing it, it was like, man, this is going to be a blast.
Yeah, and the script really read like an expose when I read it, and so I thought that combined with Stephen's style, wow, that's really interesting. So I grew up working in clubs and bars from a very young age, so I was like, oh, okay, we're going to tell this story. But then when the guys got together, we kind of realized, man, there's a whole bunch going on that wasn't in that original script and on that page, and this is like Animal House funny, like Hangover funny with the guys.
Yeah.
So it added this whole other level, I think.
Well, and here's the thing, too. I mean, here are all these guys, except for Channing, who's obviously danced before, but you're all kind of in this together. You're in the trenches, so to speak, together. You know, you got to get up on that stage. I can't even imagine what it might have been like the very first time you guys got up on the stage.
Well, it wasn't like you got to get up on this stage. You get to get up on that stage. Because I'm telling you, once you get up that first time, the first time you're trying to nail the choreography, you're just trying to make sure that you got this here, this came off at the right time in the music.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get done, you're like, come on, get the stuff back on me. I got to get back up there. Like, there's an energy, there's a fun,
Yeah, it was definitely an endorphin rush, but it was terrifying, certainly, at the same time. And Channing did a great job of just being so supportive of everybody from day one and being open and available to any questions we had. And it just, to me, was this incredible bonding experience because we were all taking these risks together.
Yeah, and I want to know what it was like offset with you guys. I mean, were you, I understood that when you were doing your stripping scenes, you didn't have to be there. You'd all kind of be there to support each other.
Yeah.
Well, just because you were laughing too hard. You didn't want to miss it. I mean, it was like the funniest thing you've ever seen in your life. And I know Matt's been working on his Ken routine, but I haven't seen it yet. So I'm like, when is he going? Okay, I got to get out there. Look out. Or, I got to see Dr. Love. Or, I got to, you had to see it all because it's a circus.
Yeah.
It was like,
insane. No, so how did True Blood, prepare you for this one?
Well, I mean, I'm running around in the woods naked, so I think, there's an amount of True Blood where they pretty much, everybody who watches True Blood has seen just about all of me except for, certain part. And, Magic Mike, we go a little further.
Yeah, you take it to the next step.
Werewolves don't wear underwear, strippers wear thongs,
Yeah.
So I think that's probably the main difference.
Are we going to now
Werewolves
see...
don't do silhouette routines either.
They might now.
Nobody's stuffing money in werewolves' pants.
They might now. Are we going to see some stripping in white collar?
No. It's not really an integral part of the con game.
It could be.
Unless, hey, listen, maybe Neil and Peter will have to go undercover, at a strip club, and they're going to have to.
We did an
put some
episode of
routines
White Collar
together.
last year where there was a strip club in it.
Before we did this movie, before we knew we were doing it, we shot a scene at a strip club on White Collar together, although it was broad daylight, which is not typically.
And it was in like an Indian restaurant that was converted.
Yeah,
smelled of curry.
It was the White Collar version of a strip club.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see, you could
Yeah.
incorporate this at
Yeah,
in
it could
any
happen.
show.
It could happen.
It could. It could. Any stripping mishaps that you want to recall for me, especially with all those crazy lady extras?
Well, they ripped McConaughey's thong off.
Yeah.
and there was some other things.
Yeah, there were a couple of things. There was one day when we had to get ready, and they hadn't turned the generators on, so it was dark in my trailer, and I had to get put my thong on, and thong, whatever you want to call it, and my junk wasn't fitting in it properly, so I eventually had to call a wardrobe girl over, and I realized, all the holes are kind of equal size, so I had it on wrong.
Yeah. How do you do that with the makeup? Yes, with the wardrobe person. Can you fix my
Well,
junk?
basically, you have to just say, listen, I'm going to break it down for you right now. You're going to have to look at my junk and fix the situation for me. And thankfully, we had people who were professional and very helpful.
I'm just picturing like there's something about Mary, like a line of
Yeah.
people like looking at them. Oh,
that is not right. But yeah, other than that, I think it literally and figuratively was pretty seamless.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
About 90
All
seconds
you
of
gotta do is tear
choreography.
some Velcro away.
Yeah.
And shake your junk.
Yeah.
Hardest stripping move?
I mean, there's only like 3, really, right? I mean, well, hardest
Well, I
stripping move?
mean, some of the stuff Channing does kind of defies the laws of gravity. So I would say that's got to be the hardest stuff in the movie.
Yeah.
Our stuff was a little bit more simple, I would say. I mean,
Flip a girl
we had to do
upside
some.
down,
Yeah, you had that.
Jump on a table, jump off the table.
I would say when I was Dr. Love, I had to grab onto the front and kind of grind my junk on a girl's face, and just to make sure the whole, we were on a stretcher, so to make sure the whole stretcher didn't tip over was kind of a delicate balance.
Did you guys keep your thongs?
No.
I hung mine up. I'm good.
Yeah.
We're
For
good.
your Christmas tree.
We're good. Yeah, for the top of the Christmas tree will
Yeah.
be my penis pump, and
Yeah.
I'll just have a bunch of gold thongs hanging. With
Now-
blinking lights. Just flashing lights.
Sew them all together.
Yeah.
That would be an awesome
Yeah.
decoration. We could put them over here behind you. We almost have Christmas trees here.
We should
It's
get a
pretty-
gold
kinda good.
thong and hang it on our tree.
Were there like ab competitions? Because everybody's coming out saying like there's just no competing with this guy.
There is no competing with him. I mean, it's like it's like a He-Man action figure. No, I don't even think anybody even tried to compete with Joe. Everybody was kind of working what they had to offer, I mean, if you were more like a swimmer or whatever, you would do that. It was more the slender thing and let Joe be the, Adonis.
I mean, everybody's ripped. Everybody's ripped. All the guys are just completely jacked up. I mean, there's Kevin Nash is 7 foot,
Kevin Nash is
300.
the only
I mean,
person I've ever seen who actually made Joe look normal sized.
Yeah, I feel like a little kid around him.
Yeah. Listen, I had a lot of fun. Like I say, still steaming. Okay, I have to address something with you.
Sure.
You have one of the most amazing voices. When
Aw,
that
thank
Kennedy
you.
Center thing, but when I saw you on Glee, man,
Oh,
wow.
thank
Wow, really? Like I
Thanks.
watched you on Chuck. I've watched you like on everything that you do. You're so good.
Thank
No
you.
slight to you because you're phenomenal. And we all know what you're all about.
Werewolves don't sing.
Yeah, are we going to see you like on Smash or something now? Because really, you got to take it to the next level. I think.
Oh, that's very kind of you. I mean, we've been talking about some things and had some offers for stage work, but it's more just a matter of scheduling. I'm pretty booked up for the next.
Listen, what you
year,
really
so.
want to do is you want to take Matt out to a karaoke bar in Tampa,
Let me
Florida.
tell you something. Don't count this guy short because he did a cover of Prince's Kiss in full falsetto that was so on point, note for note. And literally there were girls like throwing panties at the stage at this little karaoke bar in Tampa.
I have a surprising falsetto for such a large man.
Sick.
All right.
And
But
he had
this
some dance
guy-
moves going on too.
He killed Bon Jovi. You get the complimentary bottle of water if you kill the Bon Jovi because it's so,
What
it's so
did we
hard.
do? Blaze of Glory.
Blaze of Glory, dude. Young guys.
It was about 3 or 4 drinks in at that point.
I would've liked
But
to have been
yeah,
there.
it was a lot of
Desperado.
fun. Desperado.
At about
we
10
did
drinks
too.
in.
Well, good stuff. You guys keep up the great work, and
Thank
and
you.
if the acting thing doesn't work out for the two of you, you know you have another career.
Have a plan B.
Yeah,
Thank you.
You definitely do.
Thank you.
Lovely talking to you guys.
Thanks. Lovely talking to you
Congratulations.
too.